Together we rise, together we fly.
Did you know your gut, it's linked to nearly every facet of your health, from your immune system to your mood? Let's talk about it. Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you happen to be watching this video. I just want to welcome you to Journey to Greater. I heard it said that our gut is almost like our second brain. And I'm just so excited. I had an opportunity to meet an amazing young lady. Her name is Tamia, and that's what she does. She is a health coach. So we want to welcome her. She also has her own health and wellness restaurant. So she's doing some amazing things. So welcome to Mia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How's your day going?
It's going well. It's
Oh, wow.
Friday.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, like you mentioned earlier, my name's Tamia. I own a juice bar called Simply Natural Wellness and Juice Bar. It's located in Virginia Beach in the Lynn Haven Mall area. Um, I've been health coaching for about 4 going on 5 years. I started health coaching when I've always been a healthy person, or like a person that, supports other people in eating healthy or exercising or doing things like that. So after some time and after gaining enough knowledge, I've decided, why not spread the knowledge with other people? And so far, it's been turning out really well. So I'm going to continue to do just that and see what comes next.
Wow, that's really, really amazing. And when I think about gut health and, by it saying that it's like our second brain,
Mhm.
and, I'm curious, when it comes to our gut health, how do our emotions play into that? Sometimes we find our emotions can be all over the map. Is there a connection between our gut health and our emotions?
Definitely. So, not to even get in depth in that, but just borderline, your gut is, like you said, your second brain. So if your gut is out of whack, or if your hormones are unbalanced as a woman, that's going to cause you to be fatigued. It's going to cause you to be tired. I mean, fatigue and tired. It's going to cause you to be anxious, angry, sad. You may be happy, but very minimal happiness, just to be honest. But it definitely does play a major role in our emotions in our everyday life, because it's like if your gut is out of whack, then all the things I just listed would be out of whack as well. And it's just like a chain reaction. So if you're fatigued or tired, fatigue and tired, or have brain fog 24/7, you can't, do the things that you need to do throughout the day, throughout the week, months, years, so forth and so on. So, that's going to get frustrated over time when, you can't focus on the things that you need to focus on. So, yes, ma'am, that does play a major role.
Wow. And what I like about it, you're young, and it's so good to see that, you're tapping into this at a young age,
Mhm.
because I'm a little bit older, and sometimes we go through life and we don't take care of ourselves, and we
Right.
do all sorts of things, and then we reach a point in life and things start happening. And because we didn't do it when we were younger, because sometimes we think we have a lot of time, I can just
Mhm.
eat what I want, I don't have to exercise, and all of those things.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, as we get older, we start finding out that we have all these various health issues. And I'm a true testament of that. So I can definitely relate to that. So it's so awesome and amazing just to see that, you're young and you're taking care of your body at
Yes.
such a young age. And you said that you've been doing this for like about 4 or 5 years. Has there been a person that you were able to help, and how did you help that person?
I've helped a few different people, but I'd say the one that sticks with me the most is I had a woman who had IBS, and with IBS comes a lot of different emotions, a lot of different symptoms, and you just feel not your best self.
Mhm.
So with that, to take care of your gut, all you really have to do is, eat correct foods and, maintain a well balanced diet. So with that being said, like having fermented kinds of foods, leafy greens, just a variety of different things depending on what you like. However, with this young lady, I supported her with a dietary plan to her needs and to her liking. And after doing that, for about 3 months, she was able to, not to say that her IBS went away or anything, but she, said to me that she felt a lot better. She felt a lot lighter. She felt, happy. Like she wasn't dwelling on all the negatives in her life. She was more focused on the positive things. And, things take time, but over time, let's say this, when she started, she was stubborn. So, not a lot of people like change. So, with that being said, sometimes it's a little hard to get people to, do the things that will support them in the long run. However, after she did what she needed to do, she was able to, come to me and, thank me for the things that I helped her with because she was stubborn at first. And, she did admit that. And, I'm thankful for the transparency, but
Mhm.
that was probably one of my favorite, not cases, but clients that I've worked with. And yeah, she's still thriving to this day.
Wow, you said something so amazing. You said you were thankful for her transparency, and how
Mhm.
often do we seek out help in various areas of our lives, but yet we may not totally be transparent. We kind of hold back. Even
Yeah.
sometimes we may be seeking out help in the area, and we have our own um, preconceived perception of what we think is about and what we think it takes for it to get better and things like that. So, have you ever dealt with people who have, misconceptions about gut health? And how did that break your heart? What did you do to kind of give truth to, that misconception?
Um, I'd say there's been a lot of times like that can go hand in hand with my other business, which is my juice bar. So,
Mhm.
some people know what cold pressed juice is, some people don't. However, it's like the benefits of cold pressed juice are endless, and let alone cold pressed juice, but we also sell different holistic and wellness things in the store as well.
Mhm.
However, sometimes people look at things and say, I don't want that healthy stuff, or, that's nasty, or things of that nature. Sometimes, like I said, people are stuck in their ways and they don't like change. So it's like, personally, I feel like if one can drink a glass of wine or take a shot of liquor, or, do any of those things, one can take a shot of a tonic, or, something like that. Like it's quick, it's simple. And aside from the alcohol and wine, the shot of a tonic of such will, benefit you. However, I think what breaks my heart is that people think that gut health is just exercising. Like your gut is out of whack because you're not exercising. But in reality, your gut is out of whack because you're not eating correctly. And it's so much of, what you're eating, and then also how much you're eating and when you're eating. So, and the quality of the things that you're eating.
Mhm.
So, there's a lot of factors that play into gut health, but again, people think that gut is just fat.
Mhm.
And, that's not the same, but sometimes people just need, you to meet them where they are
Mhm.
and explain things to them at their level. And not to say, one is, less than anyone, but some people just don't understand. So,
Right.
that's what my role is, to come in and help people and explain things to them at their level of knowledge to ensure that they understand the things that are causing them the discomfort in their body and things like that.
Right.
So, yes, I would have to say, people thinking that gut health has weight and working out and things do play a factor in that, but overall your gut and the health of your gut um is not just I'm sorry. Like your gut health is not made from just exercise and not made, but it's not formed by
Mhm.
just exercise and things like that. There's other factors that play into that. And also, I definitely say when people seek help and then, they see the things that they need to do to help themselves, and then they don't want to, invest in their health. And, not even personally with me, myself, but just in general, because I like to see people, transform into their best selves and things like that. However, again, people don't like change. So if I'm telling Miss Lacey, you need to drink lemon water with chia seeds every morning, but she's like, I don't like lemons, they're nasty, or I don't like water. It's just like, how bad do you want to change your health? Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. You
Right.
can't, do the things that you need to do later on down the line.
Wow, that is so true. And as you were sharing, it definitely made me think about even my own personal experience. Sometimes if you don't take care of yourself, your body will cause you to have to take care of it. And
Yeah,
it's probably better to do it on the front end than to do it on the back end. And when you
absolutely.
mentioned water, I'm one who I was never like a water drinker. I believe
Mhm.
I'm a tea drinker. I like Gold Peak tea. I drink it all the time. And
Mhm.
as life moved on, it got to a point where some things started happening within my body. And now I have to drink water. It's
Right.
a must. And I heard it said that, it's not so much as far as being disciplined and worrying about that, but when we understand the why
Mhm.
behind what we're doing, that's the motivating factor. Like you said, when you realize it makes me feel good, I'm able to have a better quality of life, that's a good why.
Right.
For me, it's like I don't want to go through that pain. I don't want to experience those health issues that I know can creep up if I don't drink a lot of water. So that's my reminder when I'm thinking I'm the pain, drink the water, So I would definitely encourage, the audience and even the listeners, definitely, understand, think about why, the benefits of it. And she definitely named quite a few benefits, when we take care of our health or whatever. Let me see. So when we talk about, the gut and the emotions, what would you say, some of the most common emotional or mental roadblocks that people face when it comes to, starting their gut health journey? You tapped into that a little bit.
Mhm. Definitely the outcome, discipline, and the process.
Mm,
So I'd start off with the process by saying how I said, earlier, taking care of yourself comes with a lot of different tasks. So, doing your self care, which is, like hygiene and things like that. And, physically, you got to work out, go to the gym. Even if you don't go to the gym, you still have to, be active and move your body. And along with that, spiritually, whether you read your Bible or you journal or what one chooses to do, meditate, whatever, you have to take time out to do that as well, along with aside from meditating, eating also. Like eating is a task. Like
mm,
you have to make sure you're eating, you have to make sure you're eating the right things, the right portion. So
mm,
that portion right there, along with also having to, take on daily tasks such as going to work, raising kids, whatever it is that, a person has to do, it's a lot,
mm,
just to be transparent. Sometimes, time can get away from you and you
mm,
feel like, where did time go throughout the day? And you didn't have time to do all those things.
mm,
So that's one, like the process. Two, what was number two that I said? I'm sorry. The process, the outcome.
mm,
So, a lot of people like to think that okay, I'm gonna do this program for, X amount of weeks and I should be good after that. Like I'm gonna be, good to go. Like I'm gonna have my waist body, my thick hips, or whatever one is looking to improve. However, that's a myth because it takes at least 90 days to, um for habits to stick. Habits, weight gaining, weight loss. It doesn't take 90 days to, lose weight. However, it takes 90 days to see improvements, to see results and have them actually stick.
Mhm.
So, if a person, is X amount of pounds and they go to the gym and, they get on the treadmill or they do 3 to 4 different exercises, of course you're going to be 3 to 4 pounds lighter than you were when you went there because one, you have water weight, then you have the extra carbs you may have burnt off and things like that, which plays a role in knocking pounds off. However, it's prone to come back. And that's why it's important to be consistent with the things that you do, because if you continue to have a routine, exercise, your body's going to get used to that routine, the exercise, and the good nutrients that you're putting inside of your body. So then it's like over time, by the time you get to those 90 days, you're going to see results and those results are going to stick. So like you can knock off 10 to 15 pounds and you won't have to worry about, 3 of those pounds coming back being water weight, you know? Um, Another thing I would say is people probably not wanting to invest in themselves. So, people like what they like. Some people like, materialistic things. Some people don't like materialistic things, but they, just like what they like. However, I think it's important in some way, shape, or form that a person, invest in themselves. So, you know, times are kind of hard. Well, not kind of, times are hard nowadays. So, things can be a bit more expensive. And, that may cause a person to not want to, invest in themselves, which is understandable. However, it's like, I personally look at it like, okay, you could go buy a new pair of shoes. Or, if you are suffering, you could, reach out to get some support in what you're suffering in. Or, even if one doesn't have the money, the internet is completely free. And, there's other tools and resources that you can use to, make sure that you have the right resources to take care of yourself. Um, yeah, so with all of that together, I can imagine that one is, going insane. In their head, because just like I said, life is a lot. And doing things every day consistently, some people may get tired of it, some people may fall in love with it, but it's also like you have to look at the end goal. And once you're at your end goal, you'll look back at the process and realize how far you've come. And I would think that would make a person feel good about themselves, like I actually took the time to invest in myself and become a better me.
And if I'm
So
hearing you right, it almost sounds like you're saying that it's more of a lifestyle as
mhm.
opposed to something you just do for
Yes.
90 days and then you just totally forget about it.
Yeah, so I definitely say it's a lifestyle. You can go about it different ways. You can
Mhm.
go hard and be consistent, like doing hit workouts for 90 days and get amazing results. Or, you can just be active for 90 days straight to, start. You have to
Mhm.
start somewhere, I
Mhm.
feel like. And I'm a very understanding person, and I'm very good with meeting people where they are. So, if you can't walk 3,000 steps, let's walk 500, just do something. You got to start somewhere. And it's like the more you do something and the more that you want that end goal, you'll make sure, you do what it is you have to do to reach your end goal. So it's like, it's really all depends on, one's goal or desires. So, one could do those 90 days and, get the results that they're looking for. But at the same time, the same thing that they worked so hard to let go of could easily come back if they don't stay consistent.
Mhm.
So that's why I say yes to it being a lifestyle, because you have to, make sure you're maintaining your maintenance,
Mhm.
your body maintenance and all of that, body, physically, spiritually, eating nutritionally, everything.
Mhm. So say if I'm someone who's like just new on this journey and I'm
Hmm.
trying to discover, what would be, creating a healthy diet. So what type of things would I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What would that
So
look like?
just a balanced, healthy diet.
Hmm.
You could range from, all kinds of things. I'd say um, you could go with a yogurt parfait. If some people don't like heavy breakfasts, you can do a parfait with like fruit and granola. You can always do oatmeal. You can do scrambled eggs and like scrambled eggs, bacon, and avocado. You can do avocado toast. You can do peanut butter toast with like a banana. You can do a smoothie. You can do a smoothie bowl. For lunch, you can do things like one of my favorites is a rice bowl. So, a lot of people like Chipotle, but Chipotle can get a little bit pricey. So, we got Chipotle at home. So, just rice, chicken, veggies of your choice with depending on your dietary needs and the diet that you're going for. You could have low fat sour cream. Instead of sour cream, you can use Greek yogurt, or balsamic vinegar dressing. Really just what your goals are and what your taste is, the taste that you prefer. um you can do, salads, blackened chicken salads, salmon salads. Um, Also, you could do, what's a good one? A loaded sweet potato. I just had one of those recently. It's just a sweet potato with like ground beef or ground turkey, and I made mine a little bit different, so don't judge. But you can make it like a taco bowl, basically. So instead of having the tortilla, you would just use the sweet potato, and it sounds a little bit crazy, but it's pretty tasty. Um, for dinner, you could really do one of my favorites is like teriyaki chicken, but make it in like a stir fry form. And again, depending on your dietary needs, you can use whole grain rice instead of white rice. Um, you can do like one pan dinners if one is rushing with like chicken, peppers, and potatoes. That's a good one. Um, uh, what is it? Italian pasta. So, you can have that as a salad, or you can have that as like a side at dinner with like some protein and another vegetable or maybe a carb. And yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what one is looking to eat or has a taste for, or, things like that. But there's a lot of different options, and like I said, the internet is truly free. There's millions and millions and millions of recipes out there that people can and should try, because there's different things out there. I learn something new almost every day from the internet. So I really do encourage people to utilize it. But what else? Oh, and also, if a person can't cook every day, also, I'd suggest, that they meal prep. So not everybody likes leftovers. However, you can, do 2 days at a time, 3 days at a time, or do, dinner prepped and you make breakfast, or breakfast is prepped and you breakfast and lunch is prepped and you make dinner. But yeah, that's another good option of things to do to make sure you're maintaining your body weight
Mhm.
and reaching your goals by staying in your calorie deficit, whether that be eating more or eating less. It all depends on what one is doing, but that's another good way to, 100%. Well, I can't say 100%. I'd say maybe like 75%
Okay.
ensure that a person is, doing the things that they need to do, at least taking a step by eating, a home cooked meal that's prepared versus stopping at McDonald's on break or, things like that. Cause that can be, things that happen too, cause life just moves really fast. So,
Mhm.
yes, ma'am.
Wow. Well, I mean, you gave us a lot of information, a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to chew on. You shared with us, the diet. You talked about, how our gut impacts our emotions. And, when we're not taking care of it, we're tired. We can be, like you said, fatigue. It can cause us to not feel well. We won't have energy. We get brain fog and things of that nature. So, if you see those things happening in your life, I guess it's maybe a good thing to ask yourself, how's my gut going on? Is there
Right.
anything going on with my gut that I
Mhm.
might need to think about? So let me ask you this one last question. If you could write a love letter to your gut, what would you say to help people appreciate its importance in their lives?
Well, I would thank my gut for I would thank my gut for notifying me and alerting me, when things in my body are out of whack. Because, the gut and the brain are, in the axis. So when something's going wrong in your gut, it's going to notify your brain. It's hard for me to say how one really um, comprehends that that's the connection. However, I would say, thank you for notifying me of um the symptoms going on in my body. I would say, thank you for taking care of me. um Thank you for making sure I don't want to rip nobody's head off when you're taken care of. I'm sorry that I do want to rip somebody's head off when you're not taken care of. I will be mindful in nurturing you and loving you. And yeah, something along those lines. That's probably something that I have to think more in depth of, but yeah, something along those lines. I would thank it and, tell it how appreciative of it I very much so
So if someone listening and they wanted to, connect with you, how
am.
could they do that?
Right now, my website is not currently up. However, one could find me at Simply Natural Wellness and Juice Bar, and that's located 2720 North Mall Drive, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Suite 132B. And that's in like a shopping center. Sometimes when people put it in on the GPS, it'll take them to Surge, the trampoline park,
Mhm.
or it'll take them to Skate House, the skating rink.
Mhm.
However, you're gonna just keep coming straight down, and we're beside a gym that's called Grit Fitness, and we're right there. Also, you can reach out to us on our Instagram, which is Simply Natural VA Beach. Within the next couple of weeks, my website will be back up and running. So um I'll probably, post something like that on the Juice Bar's Instagram, and then one could reach me from there as well.
Mhm.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
I thank you so much, Tamia. I really enjoyed, this conversation. I definitely, it's been enlightening. And I feel like if you need some support and encouragement to continue to, focus on your gut and your body and your health needs, sometimes you can have a health coach and you can have a life coach because
Mhm.
sometimes our life issues can impact how we treat our gut. So
Right.
we're well, when we're living well and we're thinking well and we're healthy, emotionally and like you said, spiritually, they kind of go hand in hand. So I think between the two of us, you have great resource as far as helping you to get from where you are to where you desire to be. So until next time, we want you to be well. We want you to continue to live your life bold, fulfilled, and free. Take care.
Okay. Thank you.